What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. Today I'm talking Pet Sematary Bloodlines with filmmaker Lindsey Anderson Beer. Thank you so much for your time today, Lindsey.
Thank you for taking the time. I like your background.
Thank you. I figured it was appropriate. To start things off, Lindsey, I wanted to ask you, just because I know you were a big fan of the book of Stephen King. So just what was your initial reaction when you got pitched to direct Pet Sematary Bloodlines?
Elation. I said, are you kidding me? That was my favorite Stephen King book. Jeff Bueller had already written a draft. I said to the producer, send me the script. He sent me the script. I read it within an hour. I called him and I said, yeah, I love what this could be. And he reminded me when we were at Fantastic Fest that I sent him an outline for what a new draft could be like 3 hours later, which I totally forgot was the thing. But yeah, I did that, and it just moved really quickly from there.
Was there any nerves at all, just with it being something that you were so passionate about that you're like, I want to make sure I get this right?
The excitement always outweighed any nerves for me. I was just really excited and honored to bring more of the story to life and to answer questions that I always had as a fan of the book. And it always kind of frustrated me that there are these really important things in the book that aren't in any of the movies. Like, for instance, the end of the book says that Judd is the guardian of the woods, which suggests he has kind of an important mantle and that isn't really suggested in any of the movies. And then stuff like it says in the book that that Timmy Baterman is the reason that the evil even targets Judd as an older man, and that's never explained in the movies either. And then even just like the characterization of the evil in the books, whether it's the fact that it does possess people and that it likes to play with its food and it knows people's darkest secrets and that it gets in your head and it makes you do dumb shit. And even the cannibalism aspect, which is a part of our film and a part of the book, but isn't in any of the movies, as far as I know, or at least not a big part of the movies. There's a lot in the books that just never made it to the movies that I, as a fan of the book, always wanted to see.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, just as far as like a lot of the story here focuses on the Timmy Baterman aspect. Now, was that always like how you guys were going to tackle this thing in the first place, or were there ever any discussions to go any other routes for the prequel?
Yeah, that was that. So that was the way in that the producers and Jeff Bueller had decided on. And when I read the script, I was really excited by. And ultimately, when I came on as rewriter and director, there was a lot that I changed about the script. But what remained was Jeff's, what I thought was a great idea, to use Timmy as the kind of into a Judd origin story.
And, as far as, I mean, obviously it seems like you're a big horror fan, but why decide to go the horror route, I guess, for your first? Because, I mean, I'm sure you had probably a number of things that you could have picked from, but why to go the horror route with your first film?
Because I think that horror, more than any other genre, and especially these days where I feel like we are just kind of having a real renaissance of horror and elevated horror, I could imagine, even just envisioning what I wanted to do with the movie, I could imagine how I could use kind of every tool in the filmmaker's arsenal to be able to make the movie come to life. Like, I could already think about the cinematography. I was thinking about the sound design and kind of how to use every aspect of filmmaking to make something scary that wasn't just an act of violence or a jump scare. And the challenge and the artistry of that is what drew me to this project. And just because I love horror, I think it's important. I think, it makes us kind of confront our most basic fears and darkest impulses as humans and come out the other side. And I think we're in challenging dark times, and I think it's especially important right now.
Oh, yeah, I think there's a lot that you can definitely do with horror, and excited for people to see this film, Lindsey. And I'm also looking forward to the reboot of Sleepy Hollow when that's, coming down the line for you. But I just want to say thank you so much for your time today. It was great talking to you about the film, and congratulations on the film as well.
So much. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.